Hi guys, I'm really stressed today. I just went to the grocery store, bought 10 items, and it was $80 freaking already. I literally have $10 left on my account. The fuck? So a little backstory. I got laid off from my job a month ago. And I've been applying for jobs months before I got laid off. Sent out hundreds of resumes already. Applied to hundreds of jobs on the internet, remote and on-site. Tailored my resume to every position that I applied using ChatGPT. Went to only a few interviews. And still nothing. Like, what the fuck is going on with America right now? Like, it's so freaking hard to live here. Like, I'm gonna stay positive. I'm gonna keep applying for jobs. I'm gonna keep showing up. But man, my bills are not going to wait.
Hey, what's up everybody? In a world where wages have remained flat for what feels like an eternity, where food prices have risen unabated, debt is soaring, and the smallest purchase can be split up into budget-friendly repayments, it's little wonder why more and more people around the world are getting fed up with being broke and the constant struggle to survive. In today's video, we'll be taking a look at how people from around the world share in the same plight of being financially squeezed and feeling broke with seemingly no end in sight. So, without further ado, let's jump straight into it.
Okay, so I live in Calgary, Alberta, Canada, and for those of you who don't know, Canada has like a serious fucked up inflation problem right now. I just got back from doing groceries and I have $70 worth of groceries on my table right now, and I genuinely don't even know what I purchased that made it to $70. I had a fucking mini breakdown to my parents the other week and I started like crying, like tears. They came in because I was doing a budget and they were like, "How is it?" And I was like, tears. I'm working like 3 jobs right now. Like, I got out of university like last year in December and I have been fucking grinding it out ever since, just because the cost of living, and I'm not even really saving that. I'm not saving anything really, but the cost of living is outrageous in Canada. And it's just so, I was telling my parents, like, it's just so frustrating that like you do all the right things, you go to university and then you come out, you get a job, whatever, and you can barely fucking afford rent. I talk about it with my friends all the time, but we're just fucking sticking together right now because it's brutal out there.
So there's an ice cream van there selling just 2 ice creams with 2 chewing gums in it.
Yeah.
For bloody £9 for 2 of them.
£9 for 2?
Yeah, £9. That is gonna get nowhere. One that comes on my street is either £1 a p or £2. Like, he's gonna get nowhere with that.
No, he ain't, is it?
No, he ain't.
That's well bad, isn't
Yeah,
it?
you should know. And he only does bloody card. Stood there with my cash. Bloody hell.
That's well bad, isn't it?
Bloody well bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, bet he can hear me.
You know times are tough when little Hermione Granger can feel the pinch of not being able to buy ice cream because money simply doesn't stretch as far as it used to. According to this WEF article from 9 years ago, it references a study that has popularized the idea that millennials and subsequent generations will be worse off than their predecessors. I just want to let that sit and simmer for a second. Doesn't it infuriate you that despite bending over backwards to earn a life that was sold to you as an outcome if you simply follow the rules and play the game as it was set out, that you're worse off than people that came before you? You work more hours than previous generations, yet you can't even buy a fraction of what they could. Make it make sense. Oh, but it gets even worse. This system is so predatory that it's more than happy to take you in, chew you up, and spit you out as soon as it's done with you. Don't believe me? Take a look at this next clip.
Sugar, flour, bread, those are basic food. Eggs, you can't buy eggs. Even lime, you could have got a 50p lime, now it's £1. Everything is going up. Clothes and things, they're not going up because you don't need clothes, but you need food. Wages doesn't go up. In the COVID time, I put my life on the line to save other people. But yet still, I get no thanks, nothing. My wages doesn't go up. My children can't find food. You used to eat 3 times a day. Now you have to limit it to 1 time a day.
And another annoying thing about being working class is the fact that you're constantly affected. If Cyril and his friends decide that they're increasing taxes, they're increasing VAT, you're affected. I don't know about everybody else, but I am getting tired of being affected. And the only way out of being affected is to get rich. Another annoying thing about not being rich is the fact that there are so many injustices, so many unspoken truths that need to be said that you can't say because you don't have enough money to risk being cancelled. And not being able to have a voice simply means that you're powerless. I'm tired of being powerless. I'm tired of being controlled. Controlled by the system, controlled by the people that you work for, controlled by the governments. You just in jail when every day you wake up and you're being controlled. Why? Awuna mali. And there are people who honestly wake up every day and they're okay with that. But I'm starting to get uncomfortable. And I think the older you get, the more uncomfortable it gets to be constantly taking instructions, being blown by the wind, being shoved from pillar to post. It's exhausting. Honestly, we need to get rich or die trying, guys. This is some BS. Honestly.
There are some incontrovertible truths to what that sister was saying. Besides psychological freedom, the absence of brain fog that comes with financial challenges, you know what I'm talking about. Have you ever noticed how the rich play by a completely different set of rules than you and I? It's like they've managed to create a society within a society, and that enables them to operate at levels that ordinary people could only dream of. In the US, you're a medical emergency away from being bankrupt. In Canada and the UK, buying a home is almost entirely out of reach. In my country, the only way to avoid corruption and ineptitude is through private services. The solution to all of these woes is to make enough money so you're not affected. Yet making money isn't taught at institutions of higher learning. It's almost as if the powers that shouldn't be realized that if you preoccupy people with menial things, drown them in debt, and constantly distract them, you're able to manipulate and maneuver them in whatever direction you choose. While get rich or die trying might be a bridge too far for some, the vast majority of people are just content with having their basic needs met and having the ability to live fulfilling lives.
A South African middle class would need to earn an extra 9,000 Rand every month in order to survive. This is crazy. I think everyone across the world is feeling the pinch, but did you know that South Africans are among the most indebted people in the world, with as much as 73% of disposable household income servicing debt repayments? So basically, South Africans are working to pay debt. The reality is that everything has gone up, from interest rate to unemployment to food prices to petrol to diesel and so and so and so. And who gets impacted by this the most? Of course, the middle class. A middle class South African with a bond of 1.5 million, a car loan of 300,000 and a personal loan of 50,000 is now paying approximately 5,438 Rand more per month only on loan repayments because of the interest rate. So this means that this person will need to earn an extra 9K per month in order to pay this. Everything goes up except our salaries. According to this article, wages and salaries are supposed to increase by 5% in 2023 and gain momentum to 5.4% in 2024. However, because of inflation, this is actually not enough. So the reality is that South Africans are just only getting poorer and currently drowning in debt.
Has it just become normal to feel poor in Australia? Like, I went to Woolies today to buy some makeup because I wanted to save money and Mecca and stuff is a ripoff. So I was like, okay, sure, this is fine. Get to Woolies, start looking at the foundation, and it's like $35, $40 for drugstore foundation. I was like, what is going on? Am I just like, why am I poor all of a sudden? Why is this so freaking expensive? And then I'm like, okay, how long would it take me to work to be able to afford this? Now, for context, I'm 21. I have a full-time job. I'm just finishing uni. I'm not a slacker. I'm smart. I've got a good job. I'm probably earning like an average salary. It would take me, after tax, superannuation, and HEX debt repayments, over 2 hours of work for me to be able to afford a single bottle of foundation from Woolies. What the heck? And then I had a crisis and I was like, am I poor? Like, why do I feel like I'm not able to buy stuff that I used to be perfectly fine to buy on a regular basis? I started digging into the data and I found out that in the last 2 years, our real wages, so that's what we're actually earning once you like deduct inflation, because that actually means you're not able to actually buy anymore, it's just inflation. Our real wages have dropped 9% in the last 2 years. That's why I feel freaking poor.
It makes me feel broke. When we can't afford school uniforms, it makes me feel broke. When I'm 11, when I'm 10, and all my friends can afford something and my parents can't, it makes me feel broke. When they say,
in this day and age, you feel broke despite massive corporations making record profits year on year, while you have to contend with mass layoffs, hiring freezes, wage stagnation, and an unspoken ceiling to your upward mobility. All this while things have gotten so much easier in our lifetime with computers, smartphones, and a wealth of knowledge at our fingertips through the internet. If we are to make it, I believe there needs to be a collective paradigm shift that adequately prepares everyone for the rapid changes that are currently underway, or else we might find large swaths of society, humanity, getting left behind. I shudder at the thought of the types of decisions humanity will make once our collective back is against the wall and we've run out of options. All right, guys. That's it from me for today. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comment section down below. Are you feeling financially squeezed? Are you broke? If you've overcome financial hardship, how did you do it? What did you do? Let us know in the comment section. If you haven't already, hit the like button because that helps with the YouTube algorithm. Hit the subscribe button because I'm still trying to run these numbers up and get to my goal of 1,000 subs. Thanks for watching. Peace.